wait to see if anybody comes in. Interesting. I don't know about that. That is not working very well. I may have to scrape that off. I hate scraping stuff off. Now I'll just cover over the background with that one. And that one and that one. But I don't know what I'm going to use on the background. Okay, let's do a blue. Okay, this is the third day of working on the stag picture from Mythographic Animals. And right now I'm going to use a blue lake. Blue lake? That sounds so nice. Hey, Steve. I'm in here. Could you get me some more of these, except maybe different ones?
It's the only kind they have.
Because they all don't, just the...
Some of them grip, some of them don't?
Yeah, some of them are very loose and some aren't. Like that one's really nice and tight.
Well, it's really cheap, so I'll just... It's the only thing they have locally.
Yeah.
Either that or...
I mean, there's just a few out of each one that were real loose.
Well, if some of them are tight, then just play your odds, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this... I use these pencil grips because I do the death grip on my pencils, and it's not good for my hand, so let's use a pencil I'm not using right now. Or am I using all of them? I don't know. Why did I get out Celadon green and I haven't even used it? Oh yeah, I did use it. I don't know if it makes a difference on anything. I think I did at the beginning. Used it on a couple things. That's kind of grayish, a gray green. So I don't know if I want gray green yet. So I'm gonna still grip off that. That's better. Now what am I doing? Okay. Going for another blue. Let's put a blue down here. This one is more in shadow, I think, further back. At least that's the way I'm thinking it is. And so I'm not going to do any highlights on it. I may use my Posca pen later when it comes in the mail and do a little something. All right, now I'm just gonna color this whole thing one color. And go back with the darker. Mark where I'm going to put the darker bits. It's at the points. There's a lot of little points in this one. I know some people don't like these mythographic books because they're so detailed, and I may not do a ton of pictures from this. I mean, I'll just switch it up, but the pictures are beautiful. I just watched a video on how someone masked some of the page, some of the hidden objects. And she also talked about that the newer books don't have as many. Okay, so what I did was I went back over with the same pencil but more pressure and marked out where some darker places might be, like at the tips of these flowers because they're kind of turning under, and in the inside of the flower, and then where another looks like flower background something. Oh, that's an upside down bird, I think. I don't know. Just kind of cast a shadow on it. And then around the edges of where one flower is overlapping another. Now, it's easier to demonstrate this on a bigger picture, but this is what we're using today. I'm going to go back with, oh, see, I was trying to do death grip on that. Go back and put in, I mean, it really doesn't take a lot of marking to do little things like this, but it's so tiny. I think maybe you can't do a lot of technique on it. I don't know. If you want to blend a color, it's 2 strokes or something like that, really, really fast. What are some of your favorite coloring techniques? comment below. And also, if you've got a video that you could link, or link to a video, you can post that in there. I'm going to use the cloud blue. That's number 1023 to do some blending here. Get rid of some of those harsh lines. Get some color into the paper a little more. I'd like to do a bigger flower on a live stream sometime and demonstrate light and shadow and gradations and things like that. Those are some of my favorite techniques, effects. I think I'm gonna darken it. So even though this doesn't have many highlights on it, there's still some lighter areas. I'm really not sure when to have a live stream, so I just thought I'd put something out. Oops, sorry about that. This is a really dark spot, so I'm just going to leave it really dark. Well, that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna work on this a little more. Kind of putting in some more shadows. That was the first flower I did on here, and it's not popping like I like, so Oh, the darker blue I'm using is Cerulean Blue 103 Prismacolor. I hope you didn't hear my stomach just growl. But if you did, you can have a hearty laugh. Evidently, I'm hungry. I just keep tweaking this flower and tweaking this flower. You're saying, Leslie, be done with it already. I might do something interesting. Maybe I'll just kind of want to burnish this now. Or a little bit more. I may have gone too light on that. Now, take a little bit of indigo blue. Really darken up the darks. So I may not have any tooth left. What are you doing, Leslie? I thought you were done with that flower. I am. I'm just tweaking. Pretty sure at some point I'll probably say, I don't need to tweak anymore. Just do something. Alright, we've got 2 blue flowers. Woo. What if I mix those and put in a little purple flower? I think that would be kind of cool. Trying to see where to put it. Probably doesn't matter. put it here. I'm going to start out with pink. I think I'm going to pretend this one flower is a little bit out this way, so light's hitting it. Kind of blocking that in. Let's do a little bit of blue lake on top of that. Ooh, maybe I should test. Well, those two. I guess we'll just test it right on the page. Oh yeah, we're getting a lovely purple. Well, I don't really know what to say since nobody's watching, but oh, I could tell you, I got some oil pastels in the mail. Pardon. Yesterday, and I'm using processed red, so I'm going a little darker in these darker areas. It was a small set, and it was discounted, and I paid for the whole thing, you know. It's not anybody's what am I trying to say? I didn't get it from the company, is what I'm saying. I just got it on Amazon. I mean, it was a budget set, you know, very, very cheap. And I thought, well, why don't I try oil pastels? I'm going to use the darker blue, the cerulean blue. I thought, why not? You know, it's a relatively well-reviewed set, small set, and people are liking it. And I thought, okay, cheap and liked, why not try it? And I started trying it too late last night. I was getting discouraged, and I go, no, I really got to keep working at it. So I looked up some videos on oil pastels techniques, and I started trying those, and I thought, oh, it was doing what I wanted it to do, and I said, "Oh, I love these." So I feel like I'm back in, well, not really college. I mean, I was an art major in college, but we didn't do a lot of particular mediums. We just, drawing class was mostly pencil, painting class was acrylic or oil. It was oil. Um, didn't try watercolor too much at that time. There wasn't a lot of instruction for anything, so I can't say it was like college. But anyway, it's like art school. I'm going to art school for the first time. Um, a lot of the stuff that I learned in college about painting was really just from watching those PBS shows on painting. And we didn't have anything to look at, really. We just had to kind of go with what was in our head. I like how this purple's turning out, but I really need it to be darker. I'm such a light hand when it comes to starting out, because I don't want to burnish too fast, and if I don't like a particular color, then I can erase it. Anyway, so we had PBS shows, and we did have instruction in pencil drawing. The gentleman that taught that was the father of the art teacher, art professor, however you want to say it. And it was a real privilege, and I know that more now than I did then. It was a real privilege to have him there, very accomplished artist, just very humble and kind. And so I enjoyed having him. And so we got more instruction in drawing pencils, color, graphite. We didn't really have any charcoal instruction. I mean, it was a oil paint and graphite pencils. Those are really the only two things we had at that time. I mean, there's students who were already knew a lot of painting and drawing technique and whatnot, and they would use other mediums, but I was completely new to the whole thing. Anyway, what was I going with this story? I don't know. Oh, yeah. So really, what I'm doing now when I'm looking up YouTube videos is really kind of art school. I'm doing art school for the first time. Even though I was an art major. That makes sense. I need to sharpen that one. I was going back and forth between the blues and the reds and pinks, and trying to slowly bring up that purple color. My arm's getting tired though. My hand is. That's something I need to figure out, is how to relax my arm so that I'll try burnishing with the white. Whoa, sorry, the white. Let's have a really, really, really light. Oh, oh! Did you hear all those pencils falling? It's okay, I'm fine. No pencils were damaged. I'm going to try using this pink rose. It's so light and it's a little purpley, to blend up some of these areas. I mean, I don't even know if this is going to look good or not. I'm just playing around.
Are you used to you being here sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you live streaming?
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Okay, lunch.
Nobody's in here, so... Oh, wait a minute. Wickabella, hey! Can you hear me all right? Wickabella? You waved. I'm just mucking about with this flower, just trying to figure it out. Felt like it's still in that ugly stage, you know? All right, good. I'm glad you can hear me. It's amazing how much we work on these teeny tiny little things. What I was trying to do was mix these two sets of colors and see what kind of purple I would get. I went on break to check YouTube's. You were live, thought I'd drop in. Oh, don't worry. I mean, I'm not. I hardly expect anybody to be in here right now because I'm just so new, and so don't feel bad at all. I appreciate you dropping by, and I'm just testing out time and kind of getting out there to see test the waters, I guess, see if anybody comes, and put myself out there. see if I like doing lives, which I do. Trying to get rid of that harsh line there. Well, I don't think that worked out really well. Maybe I need this. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's really funny about purple and pink. I used to like pink and purple a lot. Well, pink. My wedding was pink. Pink and white and a kind of a burgundy color. Not burgundy, but anyway, the darker version. And then my daughter came along, and of course everything was pink for a while. And then both of us actually kind of stopped liking pink somewhere along the way. But as I've got into more, sewing, I've been sewing for about 20 some years, 25, and I'll see something pink and purple, and I'll go, ooh, that's so pretty. And I think, wait a minute, I don't like pink and purple, do I? And it feels like I'm not supposed to like it because I stopped liking it before. I don't know if that even makes sense. But I think I'm making this flower kind of rubbishy. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. Anyway, so I haven't bought any pink clothes. I don't think I'm quite to pink clothes. I would want something that had pink in it, maybe. I think would be a good start. But I haven't quite made it to pink. And my husband isn't used to seeing me in pink hardly anymore, so he'd probably say, oh, I don't know if that looks good on you or not. He probably wouldn't really care. I don't know, he might care. I'll have to ask him. No, I think I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm back. I'm gonna try this. Looks good to me? Okay, great. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera. Trying to make it focus. Whoops. It's very, gosh, on the screen it looks very blue. At least on my screen. This is the blender pencil, Prismacolor blender pencil. What blender pencils do y'all like? I know the Durant has one that I hear spoken of a lot in different videos. But I hear this one too. part of good. I'm just wondering, what if I went in with a very light purple color? Just for the fun of it. What is a good light purple? I think lavender might be. I'm thinking lilac. What are you doing now, Leslie? Stop tweaking. I really don't know what I'm trying to do. Boy, I could have not said anything and y'all would think, wow, she's a real artist. Look at all the different colors she uses. I'm sitting here going, no, I have no idea what I'm doing. Of course, now I need a dark purple. Let's try violet. I want to get those darks in there. Sort of make it pop. Well, why don't I just... No problem. Maybe I should just leave it. Like, it's done. I don't know why, I'm just wanting to get it really, really dark in there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm using violet blue. Gotta turn my paper around. Hope I don't make y'all sick. Oops. Have you ever dropped your pencil and just randomly made a mark? You think, oh no, wait a minute, that looks good. I think that's looking better. Kind of streaking some little lines, you know, little veins. Oops, that's a little bit too veiny. Alright, that's okay. always blend that out a little bit with the white. Now I can put some white. I may have to Posca that later. All right. Oh boy, I got a ton of colors out. And still probably play around with that flower later. Happy mistakes, yeah. Oh, I'm using Prismacolors. Of course. I've got a Starjoy Gold, Arteza watercolor, and the Prismacolors. My mother she got into coloring books last year, but she can't really see that well, so she had a set of 12 Faber-Castell gold fiber, not sure how you say it, and so I've got those. I guess they're their wax version, so I may use those sometime. Oh yeah, what do you have? I'm guessing you probably have Derwent and Faber-Castell. I do have the 72 regular Artezas, and I think if I could go back in time, I would tell myself not to get the watercolor Artezas and spend that on a smaller amount of maybe a better one, but I really haven't worked with it enough to know if I like it or not. Uh-oh, sorry. Things falling. Ah, the Brute Funner. I wanted to get some of those. See, I got some extra money from selling some things, and I've been furiously trying to I don't know if that's the word. I've just been aching and feverishly, I guess that's a good one, trying to think of sorry about that, I hope I'm not making y'all dizzy. Pick another set of pencils, and somebody was telling me Derwent is good, Derwent Intense, but it's ink, and so never mind, that's just gonna fall and be done. Said that it was it's ink, so you can't erase it. You can't even erase it. And I thought, well, maybe I don't want to get those. I'm not sure. And then I thought about maybe Castle Arts, and but they're maybe a little bit too expensive for a budget pencil. I don't know, but a lot of people seem to like them. You rarely see any used in Amazon. And then I thought about the Brute Funners, and somebody said, well, you've already got Starjoy Golds, and they're kind of the same. They're still oily. So, I mean, this is the kind of gymnastics my brain plays. Trying to think of, okay, I'm using apple green. Sorry, y'all. I wonder if I should go lighter. you know, I'm trying not to get something that I have something else already like it. And of course, ink tints is different than regular watercolors, so, but I don't know if I want to get that. Let's see. Ink tints, I don't have those either. I have Castle Arts. Oh, you do? Yeah. How do you like the Castle Arts? Because I'm still toying around with maybe getting some of those. I really wish I could find the Arteza 120 set of regular colors. They're soft cores, but they don't sell them on Amazon anymore. But yeah, I thought about getting Castle Art. Do you like Castle Art? They are having kind of a sale right now. Trying to get rid of some brown. Not sure if that did any good, but that's something. I got Boo. Boo, you don't like Castle Art? Is that what you're saying? I got the Starjoy Gold, but I haven't tried them out yet. I got lots I've tried yet that I've bought. I only used Castle Arts on one pick so far. I need to use them more. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying. The next thing it's a hand with Art J. Art Journey UK. Oh my gosh. Thanks for coming in. My picture's upside down on purpose. Oh, Ghost. Oh, Boo. Gotcha. Oh, you scared me. I really enjoyed your live stream Sunday. Or not your live stream. It wasn't a live stream. It was just a video you put out. Because I was really like, this extra money's burning a hole in my pocket and I want to buy some more stuff. And, you know, after hearing you on there, I thought, well, you know, maybe I don't need 10 sets of pencils. And maybe I don't need 100 coloring books. You know, maybe I could just be content with what I have. And of course, I felt better. But now I'm starting to think about more sets again. It's just, it's an incurable OCD thing. I really, it is. I'm just playing around with some of these these leaves. This is apple green. Yeah, your rambling plans. Yeah, I liked it just fine because I think in rambling thoughts. And it's like she's speaking my language. I'm just laying down some light color kind of to where I might want to put in the darks. But you know, this is very very small pictures. Anyway, so I'm still thinking maybe I might get something. I don't know. And then I had this idea of getting a smaller set of different things and trying them out. But then I think like the cost per pencil, that kind of stuff. Oh, what's the book? Mythographic Animals. I have the Wanderlust I'm working on in my craft room, and I've got this one in here, and I've marked out pictures that I want to do, and this one was the first one I wanted to play with. And I like this lion. I'd like to do that sometime. I looked at some excuse me, flip throughs of the other books, and I like the winter book a lot. I like that one, and the garden. So I may get some of those later. I don't know. They're very tiny, and I like them a lot. But do I want every book in the set kind of thing? Okay, here is a spot where I had covered the horseshoe magnet with some gel pen. It's Uniball. I didn't even buy this for art. I bought it for something else. It was a set of 3, gold, silver, and white, and I really just needed the gold out of it at the time. And then when I got into coloring books, and they were using Posca and other stuff, I said, hey, I've got that gel pen. I'm going to use that. So I covered over that, and that was yesterday, and I let it dry, and now I'm coming back, and I'm going to see if I can fill in this, make a leaf out of this one spot. Well, I probably should have used ink, I guess, instead of, because now it's going to have black in it. That's okay. Anyway. Well, I thought so. Down here, though, in the orange, I was just going to cover the outer part of the orange because this part looked like a flower. But it didn't, I couldn't really draw a color of it that much. So, but I'm going to try up here, see how that works. If it doesn't, I'll just do Posca because everybody says you can write over that. Okay. That's not bad. I think I can deal with that. But I'm guessing I'm going to really need like a Sharpie or something instead of this black pencil. That's okay. I could use a little bit of the brown. there it is. Sorry. To make the rest of the tree. And I can always put in ink later. And this part I might try to make a leaf out of. But there's kind of the leaf. I got to Oilies to find some awesome books that are usually 13 and sell no more than 4. Yeah, if I can get a book for less and it doesn't take forever to get here, yeah. What else? I think she's doing an awesome job on the picture. Thanks. Absolutely, she's doing an excellent job. Thank you. We're working it. Now I lost my train of thought. See, Art Journey UK. You know, I forgot your actual name. I'm so terrible. Yeah, I'm trying here. Okay, now I'm using Prussian green, and I'm just kind of filling in some dark spots now on the little leaves. What was I talking about? Oh, buying different things. And books, buying different books. It seems like I can't keep a thought in my head when I'm coloring and trying to talk at the same time. Lily, oh, very pretty. I have to say that we name our animals people names. We don't go with things like Fluffy or Spot or anything like that. And one of the dogs we've had in the past, her name was Lily. We called her Lily Lulabelle. She was a crazy dog. I miss her. I mean, there's definitely some things about her I didn't miss. I don't miss. Like, her bark could shatter your eardrums. You know, that kind of dog. So I don't miss that. I find when I'm coloring, my mind goes blank as I relax and forget supposed to be talking about. Yes, I think that I'm finding that out too. Maybe people will be forgiving then, if it's kind of a normal thing. I could stop and make a note of what I'm talking about. Or I just ask the people watching me what I'm talking about. By the way, the UK is my dream vacation. Just saying. I've got a lot of roots there. I think most Americans do have a lot of roots in the mother country. But probably a lot don't care about it. But I do. I like history, family history. I'd want to go to some of the places that my ancestors were. And they'd probably say, "Why do you want to go back there?" Oh no, I think I'm sounding Scottish. "We left the country for a reason. Go back to America already." Just completely destroyed a British English accent there. Actually, I'm pretty good at it, but not when I'm talking to a Brit. I get so self-conscious that I just muck it up. Oh, I live in Texas. Can't you tell? Actually, I don't have a real strong Texas accent, except maybe when I'm tired. And I say fixin' and I say y'all a lot, so that comes out. Now, my aunts, they have great accents. And if I talk to them for a little bit, sometimes I'll pick it up. That's the funny thing about accents for me, is that if I listen to someone for long enough, that I can pick it up. And some people don't like their accents picked up, and so I have to be real careful. Oh, what part of Texas? Great accent, sounded Scottish. It probably was. That's my ancestry, Scotch-Irish. Part of Texas. Oh, I'm from, if you look at Dallas-Fort Worth on the map and you go just south of there, I live in a Scottish sounding town, or now it's becoming a small city. It was named after a Scottish town. Midlothian. There's Midlothian, Texas, Midlothian, Virginia. I think that's the only two Midlothians in the United States. Going back in with the apple green. The leaves must have some color. I can't make them all highlighted. I lived in Houston and Corpus. Oh, yeah. If you go to East Texas, that's pretty thick too. And I would say West Texas, Lubbock area, that's very thick. Yeah, those are good places. Now, in Dallas, it varies what you'll hear, because you've just got these little pockets of different accents there, and depending on your parents' accent and the major accent of the school you go to, you might get a West Texas accent, or you might get I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to sound racist, but I'm completely not. um, what a black person would sound like there. I'm not sure what to call the accent. So you might pick up something like that, or you might pick up a little bit more of a Hispanic twist. Um, and the North Dallas accent is going to sound different than more of a South Dallas accent, and it'll sound different than a Fort Worth accent. So it's kind of, my accent is, oh, you're making dinner at 6. Oh, that's right, 6 hours. Yes, thanks Lily for coming. I appreciate it. I love your Saturday live streams. And oh, I forgot her name now. The one that's from Scotland. Scottish accents are my favorites. So I really enjoy that. um, let's see, accents. Yeah. Now my dad is from Mississippi, and he's got a mix of Mississippi Texan. And my mother, she's from Dallas proper, and she doesn't have a terribly thick accent, I guess. So I grew up with that, and at some point I didn't want to sound like my dad at all, and so I tried hard not to have an accent. And then when I was teaching my daughter to read, you know, I wanted her to be able to say the letters properly. And so instead of saying, this is a pen, I would say, this is a pen. I need a pen. Instead of, I need a pen. You know, just minor things like that. And over a little bit of time, I sort of lost some of that that southern drawl that sometimes will come up. And I wish I hadn't done that, but you know, you never know. It's probably not a big deal. And my husband he doesn't have a Texas accent either, even though he's lived in Texas longer than any other place. His parents are from Pennsylvania and Indiana, and they lived in Mexico. They were missionaries down there for a while. So my husband grew up partly there, and they did live in Pennsylvania for a little while. But then they lived back in South Texas, so, and with a big Hispanic community there, and so he's got a little bit of what I would say northern words, but you know, over time he's gained a little bit more of a Texas accent, I guess. Sometimes he'll say something and I'll notice just how southern it sounded, and I might point it out. I just keep going over these leaves, you know, putting in darker darkening up the darks and saying, well, that's more in shadow, so I think I'll darken it up a little bit. Maybe the light's hitting about right in there. Anyway. Oh, yeah. West Texas, yeah. I would say they have a distinct accent, and I couldn't really do it. But I know people that have that West Texas accent, and I really like it. I really like a lot of accents. I'm going to throw in some Kelly green just for fun. Maybe create a little bit of something there. I don't know what I'm trying to do really. Just playing around with the greens. Ooh, it is windy out. That's kind of all it ever gets in Texas. At this part of Texas in the winter, it's just windy. And it might rain a little. It's, you know, it'll get foggy and you'll get this really heavy air where if you've got a little bit of bronchitis, you better not go out. Okay, I'm going to darken up this leaf here. I'm trying to go over, yeah, it's, that Uniball gel pen, it's not terrible, but, you know, if you've got a small spot you need to cover, I think that works. Going back to my Prussian green. What makes it Prussian green? They were born and raised in eastern Tennessee. Oh, yeah. I love the Tennessee accent. Oh, good. Yeah, I like those accents too. I'm just going back and darkening up the darks. That was so cool that Lily came in. I like watching her live streams. I'm so hungry. I think I said that in my last live stream. See, how would the British say it? I'm a little peckish. Yes, I try to put in some British terms in my daily life. I need to go to the loo. I'm a little peckish. I can't just remember them all off the top of my head, but they'll come in, and I go, oh, I just used a British term. I'm trying to color lightly around where the light spot will be. This one I forgot to color all together. think that one's going to be in complete shadow. This one too. I don't think there's a wrong way to make the lights and the darks in this picture, because the light's kind of coming from everywhere, really. It's just that kind of picture. You can say, well, I think some light's coming in over here. I think these will be really dark. So I'm just making it up as I go along, basically. How do you think? Oh yeah, it is lunchtime. How do you think I should do the background? What are your ideas? I've really got like maybe one idea, but I like to hear other people's ideas. Maybe I really haven't done a lot of backgrounds. I'm just getting into things, picking books and all that. So I've got pencil, I've got watercolor, I just got oil pastel, I've got soft pastel, and I've got some acrylic. Maybe I've got to dig it out. I don't have gouache, but I'm suspecting that eventually I'm going to have some gouache. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's another way I can get a little bit of people time. It'd be really cool if we could, a bunch of us, get over on Telegram and get into a chat where at least one person, I think you do more than one, can do a video while everyone else is like talking on the phone, you know, without the video. And so it'd be kind of like this, except y'all could actually hear each other and hear me talking, like with words. That would be kind of fun. But that takes a lot of people being willing to use Telegram and then coordinate time and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. King art. Oh, I saw some king art stuff yesterday at Tuesday morning. I hadn't ever been in a Tuesday morning. Maybe I went to one once, but it's been a lot of years. I went in there to see what all they had, and they have a lot of neat stuff, but some of it was overpriced, and the stuff that was clearanced I didn't really need, so I didn't end up getting anything. But I heard somebody on another channel say that they found some Spectrum Noir stuff in there sometimes, and I thought, all right, I'll go in there and see what they have. I don't know if this is a small Tuesday morning or not. It looks pretty big to me, but maybe it's not. And they didn't have a whole lot of stuff, but they did have gel pens, the King Art gel pens, and paint. I think they had some acrylic. they have another brand in there, begins with an M, but I didn't know if it was any good or anything, so I just didn't get any. What I might do is just take the colors. This was my idea. No viewers. Taking the colors that are in the flowers and leaves and just doing really light, kind of, do a little bit here and a little bit there, and then kind of, just make it really light, and it looks kind of like a smudged background. I think I like that. All right. Oh, Crayola makes great gel pens. Cool. Now, if I took black paint, I could paint over some of this stuff, but that's okay. I'm getting some Posca tomorrow in the mail, so I'm excited about that. I know you can color over that. I've probably said that 5 times now. I really like putting in really dark, shadowy spots. It brightens up the lighter stuff. I think they call it seesaw. I know I changed what I was working on. That's probably because I'm going to leave in a second. I probably will come back and do... Oh, you know what I could do with the French gray? Was it the French gray I was using? Or was it the cream? I think it's cream. To kind of blend some of this. Oh, my hand is getting tired. And that kind of gives it a little color on there. Like it spreads it and it gives it that green tone. Or shade. I'm not sure what to use. What term to use. But whatever is like, I like what it's doing. It covers the white area without darkening it so much. Because I could put in another green, but it might be too dark. you know, and I want to keep these highlight areas. I mean, I probably will go back with a Posca pen as it is, but I do like what that cream is doing. All right. Smoosh. Sounds good. Try that on the background. Yeah. Oh, I'm popping my knuckle. Did you hear that? All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm really hungry and my hand needs a rest. But I'm so glad you came by and appreciate that. And if you're watching this in a recording, thank you for watching. All right. Y'all have a good day. I'll catch you tomorrow, or maybe I'll just do another live stream tonight. I don't know. See what happens. Later, Gator.